Hi, my name is James Stigwald. I'm an exercise science major for Montclair State University. Today I'll be teaching you the correct techniques on how to perform a serve in tennis. To start off with, I will teach you the footing. So when you take a serve, you want to be back by the baseline, and you want to have your non-dominant, your non-racket side foot out in front, and you want to put your dominant foot out back like this. And to practice the throw, you put the racket down right in front of your non-dominant on an angle towards your racket side, and then you want to hold the ball with two hands. You never want to grip the ball because it creates a less accurate throw. And so you hold it in two hands, and when you throw it up, you want the ball to land on the face of the racket. That tells you that was a good throw. And that one was directly on the face of the racket. So that tells me that's the kind of throw that I want for when I serve. You now want to come up with the right technique on how to serve with the racket. So when you start off with, you want the racket up high, almost like a back scratcher in between your shoulder blades. So when you throw when you're ready to finish your serve. So you want to have your racket between your shoulder blades, non-dominant foot out front, dominant foot in the back, keeping your racket up by your shoulder blades with a ball in hand. And when you throw up and you hit, make contact, swing, and follow through. Alright? And your goal is to get it on the other side in front of this line. This is the service line. You want to get it on this side of the court. You want to hit it somewhere within primarily this side, since you're serving on that side of the court. So you want to hit it across to this service court. This is called the right service court. So you want to hit it within the right service court so they can hit it back to you. And once you finish your serve, you go back into ready position, because the ball has a very good chance of coming right back to you. So now that we've gone over the aspects of how to serve, I want to start going through a progression on serving. So first off, we're going to just practice serving with our skills on how to serve, and we're going to practice with no ball and just trying to work on our form to make sure our form is correctly. So we're going to non-dominant out in front, dominant in the back, arm up here, pretending I have a ball. I'm going to throw up, make contact, follow through. Alright, I'm going to do that a few times. So up here, contact, follow through. Here, contact, follow through. I'm going to do this a few more times. So the next progression I want to do is going to be actually hitting the ball to the other side of the court. Doing this, I'm going to make sure I try to hit across the court in front of the service line, keeping my form with the back scratch position, elbow high, and then foot out in front, dominant foot out back. And I'm going to toss up, contact. So after you do that a few times and you start hitting the ball properly in the right area of the court, you can now progress to the next step. And that's a game-like scenario where you hit it off a serve and it gets hit back to you after you go back into ready position. So doing this, I'm going to serve the ball with the proper technique to the proper area of the court, and it's going to get hit back to me, and I'm going to hit it again. So that would be the third progression that you would do, and it's almost like a game-like scenario, and you can turn that into a game-like scenario whenever you feel comfortable enough. Now, this is meant for a grade 7 beginner, but obviously anyone who wants to learn how to play tennis can easily use this video to help them learn how to serve correctly. Now, when doing this, you would need to have a racket and a ball. A court is not necessary to learn how to serve, but getting the aspects of how far to hit it and where to hit it would help tremendously. It is important to teach this in physical education classes because not every student plays tennis That way everyone starts on the same level, and when you start on the same level, everyone can build a confidence with this sport and their skills at the same time. Also, it's important to teach this skill in general to tennis because it's how you start the game. If you ever wanted to play and you didn't know how to start the game, then you wouldn't be able to play, or you wouldn't be able to play correctly. That way, you can now play correctly for tennis, and you will feel more confident about your ability with serving.